What's going on, everyone? Vampire Gaming here. Today we've got Don Quixote DoFlamingo, the Grape or Green Purple Dofi. In this list, we're playing 4 Tony Chopper, 4 Nami, she's the Searcher, 3 Brook. Brook lets you extend from 7 for 3 and get essentially a 16 Dawn turn because you get 2 Dawn back. We've got Monkey D. Luffy, best card in the deck. You play him, you get a free card, and he's a 7k blocker, so you anything below 7k, you get a free block. We get Sugar, broken card, amazing when you establish it, also lets you rest blockers. We've got DoFILMingo, the GOAT of this deck, essentially freeze 3 rested characters and they won't unfreeze during their turn. Playing 1 Shiki's at 2k. We're playing 4 Uda, best card in the deck, combos well with the Luffy. You play Luffy into Uda and you just get 2 blockers that essentially will stop 3 attacks. We get Guild to Zoro. We're playing 3. Some people play 4. I like it at 3. Sometimes I see all 3. He's got no combo, but he does generate insane card value once established and can really bring you back into any game by letting you draw 2. Got Buena Vista, your Searcher. Playing 4 Punk Gibson. Just overall great green card. Out of life, it stops anything. And then you can just, it's great against red. Then other decks with small drops. Spider's Web, so that's when it's active. Best new card of OP04, arguably, but definitely best of it. I don't know about best card. We're playing the Bagua, Thunder Bagua. We're playing 4 copies of that. Great out of life, amazing out of life, and then sometimes it helps you ramp, but otherwise it's it's a 4K. We're playing 2 Hell's Judgment, very spicy, but essentially lets you stop 2 attacks for 1 Dawn. Phenomenal card. It's better in the late game. Love it. But let's dive into some gameplay. We're going to play against Yellow Katakuri with commentary. I can do a deeper dive on some deck lists later. Let's dive in. What's going on, everybody? Today we've got some Dofi versus Katakuri in the OP04 format upcoming here this month. First, they won the role. They're going second. Their curve is just better. It's also, I think, better to give Dofi the even curve. Make them wait that 1 turn. We play the Buena. Get the Nami just so we can continue to generate value. Because on turn 3, we will play Nami. Then turn 5, on our 5 curve, we'll play Nami, use the effect, swing, and then we'll go +3 in total. We do have the Guild, which is also a solid play on your 5 curve, and he really starts generating that value in the later 10 Dawn turns when you don't actually put yourself back a turn, you just continue to regain that Dawn. But yeah, we go ahead. They don't play anything. We draw into another Nami, so it just makes sense we play those, get those no combos out of hand. We're going to swing 5 first, just in case they have the Thunderbolt out of life. Don't want to give them any value on that. We play the Nami, no search, of course. They go. They could potentially play a Cracker, Pero, Sparrow. They go 5. I'm going to go ahead and take it just because I have literally no combo in my hands, which was very unfortunate. But we do see the Punk out of life, which was big value. We could play Sugar, but we're not going to. We're just going to go ahead, swing Nami, generate a card, see what we get. And then if we get Brook, we could potentially continue. We get the Luffy, because we already have the Uda. Stack the Uda as close to the top as possible, because we do want to see those again. You can also go through your entire deck in this deck, so you do want to be cautious of your stack. So we're going to go ahead and get, I believe we should get the Luffy, just so we have back-to-back Luffys, even though some combo in our hand would have been nice. We're going to get to attempt to generate more value, and if they swing incorrect, we can Gibson them, which will be good for us. But assuming they're good, they'll swing first, anticipating the option of a Gibson, so that way they don't lose all their value. Because if they go 7 Katakuri, we get to counter out it for 1 and stop another attack. It's pretty big. But yeah, they're on 6. They could also just play the Pero Sparrow and do double 5s. The 6/8 Paro Sparrow is really great just because he's yellow thatch, and it's just that big body that's very sticky and hard to get rid of. Especially if you're not playing red. Alright, so they 3-down up the cracker. They're going to go 9. Oh, it's 8 because he doesn't get the boost. I think 8 was incorrect just because you already know that these have the ability, that 4Ks. So you pretty much just gave me 3 Dawn for free for 1 card. And you still have to swing on my Nami. I just let Nami die, though. Just because I want to save that Gibson to hit a card. And because I'm going to generate the value anyways. He goes 9 at my face, which is smart. I'm going to take it. I'm going to probably go Luffy into Nami. I'm unsure if I'll swing with the Namis, but definitely want to go poke 5 with lead. Probably at the cracker. Just to remove that and control the board. And then it forces a card out of his hand, making him use those resources instead of having the option to go up. They just let him die, which is huge. So I'm going to go ahead and take the free swing at the face because I'll have the 7 drop blocker to back me up. And I'll play a Nami and I'll be able to double generate again next turn and then play Guild. Actually, I just grabbed the Uda, which is the better play because then if he plays anything, I can helps out those blockers. And then it hits me with the cat, puts the Luffy back, but we grab the second Luffy. So this turn we probably will go into 9. So we're going to go 5. We just counter out. I think we just give him a sugar. Just because, like, 2's cool, but, like, I'm probably only going to be able to establish 1. And then it's also great on my play to just rest a blocker. But, yeah, I think my turn we go Luffy. Oh, we draw into another Luffy. We're going to attack, generate a card, see if we get anything like an Uda. We get a Guild. And then, so 5. See if we get a card. I have 3 Guilds. Yeah, they give us a 2K, so that's great for us. Debated on playing the Guild here because I still have the 1 blocker, but I think we just go ahead and go the Luffy into the Nami, and then we generate the value from the Nami and go up another card. I'm going to poke 5, see what happens, see if we can get another 2K. Yep. And then, yeah, now we just slap down that Luffy. We have 2 blockers to protect our Nami. And then next time we hope to go double Nami. Potentially play. Actually, you know what? We swing the Uda. We might swing the Uda just because we're going to have the Luffy and we just can eat another card out of their hand since they gave us a 2K. And we should, most they have is 2 attacks there. We have a Gibson. And then we have a Luffy. And they had a 1K, assuming they got that out of life. We play that. We get a 2K. And so now we have 2 2Ks, a 1K, and a 4K. So we should be able to protect anything if they try to go for a board. And if they swing on Uda, in the end of the day, she's doing her job. And we can just dig for another one. Yeah, see this 1 card counters out of and then forces another attack off of them. Assuming that this is their 10 Dawn turn, they want to play Big Mom. So I believe I just go Gibson. Oh, that and a 2K. Even better. Even better because then they have to go 5 and I'll just give them the other sugar. Yeah, no block. And then we just go sugar or chopper. That's fair. Yeah, we'll do chopper because sugar can rest a blocker, so it's still value there. And they play the 10 drop. They're going to go up 1, but then they're all tapped out. I have 2 blockers going into the next turn, and I can play Guild Tesoro fairly free here. On top of that, I'm going to generate 2 cards from Nami. So we go swing with Nami's, get the 2 tap done. So that way, like, you know, and that's essentially going to be our combo flow. I think we probably poke with the leader first just to see. We might even go after his card, but like he's got a ton in hand, so it's probably not even worth going after the Katakuri. We get the Buena, another 2K, which is always nice. They give us a 2K, which is great for us. Use card action. We get the Uda, which is great because we do have a Luffy if we wanted to do another Luffy-Uda combo. So if they swing on a Nami, we can just give up the bodies. They'll be pseudo blockers for our life. Now we debate because we do have some extra Dawn because we're going to play Guild. We could go 8 just to push for that extra little bit of life damage. Yeah, we go 8. They have to give us 2 more 2Ks after they've already given us a couple. Or they go down to 1. That way if they wanted to do another 10 drop, we would still be okay. Since they'd be at 2. Oh, and they hit the blocker Sanji, which is big, but we do still have the sugar. We kept the sugar, and we have a Gibson. If they're wise, because we have the Uda as well, they will swing with the Sanji first, just because that's where they're going to get the most value out of. It's just him swinging, because otherwise we just Uda block whatever, and then we just rest him. Then, of course, they could assume a Pump Gibson in hand. I'm sure they're thinking about if they want to swing with it. Yeah, and they swing with it. And so they swing at Nami. I think we might let Nami go just because we need more room on our board, and our board's solid, and we're going to draw 2 with Guild anyways. But we might just take the free block. We'll take the free block. And 12. I feel like, yeah, I mean, if they're swinging 12, depending on what they swing at. We don't have the DoFILMingo, which is unfortunate because they swung all 3 of those, and we see a DoFILMingo and we just drop it. That'd be just, yeah, I mean, it would be game deciding in just that moment. We want to protect that life just because if they smack down that other big mom, we don't want to be at 0 because then we'll be forced to establish more blockers. But we've got a huge board presence. We've got hand advantage generation, which is huge because if I was to go Nami, Guild, the 2 Dawn that I just used, I go +4 cards. Also, one of the reasons why I'm a fan of Union Armada, because you could search an event, whereas all the other events in your deck aren't searchable, but it doesn't help your leader, so. 12 in my face. I can just Uda block it, let the Uda go bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah, and just how we get rid of that. Because if he swings just 8K, I can 1-card counter out of it. And then they play the 10 drop, and then I have a bunch of swingers to put pressure on next turn. Yeah, and I'm just gonna we Gibson that. There's no targets. And they play a 10 drop big mom. Yep. Trash our brook. They have 2. You do not have the luxury of the 10 drop, which would have been huge here. But we do have options. I think we just fish a 5, see what we can get. generate that card, see what we get on that. And then if they take a life and it plays something, we can go off that. We could also swing at the Sanji just to put pressure on that. It's tough because I could go 7, and that pretty much will cost him 2 cards. And we see like all the 2Ks that have been used so far, so it's like, do we push for 7 and just go 7, 7, 7, 9, 9, and try to just lock it up here? Like, it's tough. We get that 2K, it's very helpful. Just being able to generate this value here is going to be big, because they do have a bunch of large swings, while we can, of course, like establish an Uda. Yeah, so he gives us the blocker, which is nice. There you go, 5, just poke the face, whiff. That was unfortunate. Also, that would have been an amazing guild draw, because we could just left 2 active, so we would have went in there with 4. We'll poke a 7. Maybe we go 8 at the Katakuri, because they just gave us another 2K, and then if so, we could go another 8 with the Luffy, just to try to clean that up, and also just lower that hand size. Yeah, let's go there, and then we're going to increase our hand size. Once again, just huge value. We got another 2K. We have the Luffy. We can play an Uda. We can also play Sugar, which could really put some pressure on, because if they play anything, then we can rest something. Now we go 7 at face. They get a branch. We could play Sugar if we wanted, but we'll play the Uda, and then we'll just pass, leaving 2 that we get back. But then the Uda will take care of the branch, starve off an attack. They essentially have 3 attacks here. We have 2 blocks, and they have to connect 2 times to win. But we can stop 2 of those, so we've got 4 attacks that we can take in total, whereas they only have 3 swings, so we should not lose this turn. And then if they play another 10-drop Big Mom, we could be in trouble. We do have to have the right amount of counter, because then we'll be at 0, and they go 12, 12, 5, so we need to be able to, we can block, and then 5, so we should still be fine if they play the 12 drop. And then we can even use the Uda, go -1, yeah. I mean, they probably didn't have any other plays here, but yeah, they go 12, we just block, probably go Uda, rest the branch. Boom, rested. Uda's gone. We could also potentially save the Luffy, which is great, because we don't have any events. Unfortunate. We did bottom deck a bunch. Again, why I kind of am a fan of Union Armada. Not in this list. I'll show the list here at the end. No block. And we just, yeah, give them the Sugar, because they can't play another blocker, and it's probably fine if they get another one. Probably. Now they go 12. We can go block with the Luffy, and then give them 3 2Ks. Just trying to map out my next turn here. 2 live. I took way too long on this, but I should have just been like Luffy, 2K, the Shiki, the Chopper, the Buena, boom, we're good. Yeah, I'm just counting it up. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3. Resolve. And now if they have a Sanji, they have a Sanji. You know, it's whatever. But we're going to fish the 7, see if it connects. See if they give us 2 cards. And if they give us 2 cards, we swing 7 again. But we essentially, on this turn, we have to win, obviously. Like, even if we went Luffy into another Uda. So they gave us those. Now we swing 7 again with the guild. Unfortunate because we're not going to use the ability here, which we probably should have just waited and did a swing with the Nami or the leader. And then used guild so we could draw 2 cards in case we needed to try to live another turn. So I think that could be considered a slight misplay on my part. And then, yeah, we see they had the Capone. So now I have to connect here. So I'm opting to go 9, 9 because I know they can't stop 9. And if they couldn't stop 7, they won't be able to stop 9 again on the next swing. So I go 9, and then I'm going to do another 9 to try to close up this game. Because it's the only path I have to win after the Capone. Huge, by the way. But yeah, and so we lock it in. But this has been some gameplay against Yellow Katakuri. If you all enjoyed, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you all so much for watching.